So Bitcoin dropped 20% yet again. So now everyone's wondering whether we're still in a bull market. So now we're going to tell you why we believe that Bitcoin is still in a bull market. So stick around. To get in touch with the Real Mango team, make sure to join our official Discord chat using the link in the description below. Stay safe out there, and remember, do it Mango. And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha. And I have Sean with me today. Sean, say hi.
Good morning, everyone.
And it's a happy Sunday. So now everyone's wondering whether we're still in a bull market. Bitcoin has taken this 20% dip. People are on either side of the fence right now. So in today's video, we're going to give you 3 reasons why we believe Bitcoin is still in a bull market. But things may take a turn for the worse. Now, we'll be covering that towards the end of the video, so if you want to know more on that, stick around. So, Sean, are you ready to get in?
Let's do it.
Let's get in. Perfectamundo. Now, here we are, Bitcoin on the monthly time frame. Now, this is the one time frame that Mango has been looking at for, well, months on end. And, Sean, you've been harping on about this level that Bitcoin's at. So I want you to give them some insight as to what level this is that you're looking at, and why do you believe that Bitcoin is still bullish on this?
All right, so essentially, we've been looking at this zone over here, Krisha, that's essentially derived from a weekly level and the monthly level that you just mentioned. So this monthly level we've got from the top of these candle closes, right over here, leading into the last bull run that we had all the way to 60,000.
Right.
So we marked out a horizontal at these candle closes, right?
Yeah.
And we've done something similar on the weekly chart that I'll go ahead and show you guys in a bit. But essentially, leading into the month of October, we have been looking for that zone to flip into support because it was resistance for this entire period.
Yeah.
We're looking for October to close above it, right? Now, we have no reason to say that this zone has been claimed by the bears until the monthly closes underneath the zone. Now we can see leading into this weekly candle that the bulls are looking to defend that zone.
Yeah.
Yes, we dipped underneath it for a bit, right? But that happens a lot, right? That just ends up being more often than not an opportunity to buy underneath support that is only temporarily taken by the bears before the bulls come in and close above it, right? We did the same thing in this zone over here, and we were rewarded massively for trading it the Mango way, keeping an eye on the higher time frames, right? Now, I implore you guys to do something very similar over here, right? Wait for the monthly to close. We don't have too long. At the very least, wait for the weekly to close. We're closing it in around 17 hours, actually.
Yeah, so give them the levels on that. What is the zone that you're looking at in terms of numbers?
So it's around 58,500-ish, guys, all the way up to 60,000. If you guys want the precise numbers, I'm looking at 58,750. As long as the monthly closes above 58,750, the bulls have defended that monthly support that they flipped into support in October, right?
Exactly.
So it's looking still good or fine at the very least. Yes, it's not the prettiest of pictures on the monthly candle, but hey, guys, things don't need to be, right? We had a similar story over here in June, and look at what happened right after. So patience will pay.
That's right. So take note of these numbers if you guys want to keep up with us in terms of what it is that we're looking at and why we're still bullish on Bitcoin's monthly time frame here. All right, now the second thing that we're looking at is actually on the 4-day time frame. So for those of you who do not have access on the 4-day time frame because you're on the basic TradingView account, well, just get on over to app.mangoresearch.co and you'll be able to access the 4-day time frame for free. I'll be linking that above as well as in the description below. Okay, so now follow along on the 4-day time frame. This is a Mango time frame, the Mango time frame, something that has been a guiding light for us every time we're looking for that macro trend to really switch from bullish to bearish or vice versa. Now, what we're looking for here is very simple, very, very simple. Bitcoin on the 4-day, allow me to just toggle this down and put on that 21 EMA. That yellow 21 EMA, which is currently sitting at around, what is that? $56,100, give or take. that is the region that we're looking for Bitcoin to actually get defended at.
In fact, the end of the last bull run was dictated by the fact that we did lose the 4-day 21 EMA, and we can essentially look for the same thing this time around too.
Exactly, and even on that May dip, notice what happened here. We lost the 4-day 21 EMA. That was the first sell, and boom, 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 down to $30,000. Okay, so it's usually the guiding light and really telling us who is in control. Is it the bulls or the bears? And right now, for as long as we're living over that region, the bulls are in control. Okay, and I also want you to see the confluence here we're seeing on the horizontals. So not only did Bitcoin really get defended off of the 4-day 21 EMA, but we also got defended on that monthly horizontal that Sean just drew out for you. All right, so we're seeing a bit of strength. We're seeing a bit of oomph on this region. I'll be keeping my eyes peeled on that. And just a side note for all you pattern players out there, I was actually looking at the M-like formation, and notice how the neckline as well lined up with that horizontal. A pattern gets activated when we see a break of the neckline. What happened here is that we tested the neckline, but we got rejected. The bull stepped in, and that was a freaking rejection. What is that wick? Let's go ahead and take a look at that wick, shall we?
7%.
That was a good 7% wick.
On Bitcoin, that is pretty significant, guys.
That is significant. Okay, so now this is another reason that's keeping us sort of bullish on Bitcoin right now. For as long as we're living over the 4-day 21 EMA, Mango is still leaning bullish. Now this is the third thing that we're looking at, which is the Mango dynamic. The dynamic has also been another guiding force in our TA. Sean hit a home run with this. Sean, do you want to take over from here?
Yeah, so essentially, I've been keeping it very, very simple on this one. Underneath the 2-day dynamic, get mid-time frame cautious, right? On the midterm, I'm not going to be bullish as long as we're underneath. As soon as we reclaim the dynamic, I'm willing to put on leverage trades again, right? So as you guys can see, we did something very, very similar over here. Now, during this downturn over here, guys, we were trading it a lot more holistically with the monthly time frame, etc., as we showed you guys in the beginning of the video. But you guys know that as soon as even though we took positions over here, as soon as we reclaimed the dynamic, we start getting more and more aggressive with those positions, adding on to our trade, right? Similar story over here. We lost the dynamic, started hedging our positions, and as soon as we reclaimed it, no emotions, got back into our positions and got aggressive again, right? Same story over here, guys. We lost the dynamic ever so slightly, right? It was enough reason to get cautious at the very least, because we're still playing this on the higher time frames. We're deep in profits on our trades right now, right? So I could wait for a double candle close underneath the 2-day dynamic before I got cautious. Similar to this region, right? We got 2 dynamic closes from our candles, right? Underneath the dynamic. Over here, we did not get that, guys. We got 1 close underneath, ever so slightly, ended up being a sort of a fake out because almost immediately we got reclaimed. That being said, I still think that the bulls and the bears over here are fighting on the higher time frames, the weekly and the monthly, as we stated in the beginning of this video. So that begs the question, are the bulls going to defend that weekly time frame, Krisha? And this is the one time frame we have yet to talk about, and I want to wrap up the video with this time frame because we're about to close the weekly, and the following week is going to line up with a monthly, and the weekly level that the bulls can hold to inspire confidence in all the traders. And I don't think they're going to make it that easy, but if we do see that candle close above $60,000 by the end of today, we would have defended the weekly and the monthly level. Right? Yes. If, however, on the flip side, we close underneath both 60,000 as well as 58,000, we would have lost both the monthly and the weekly levels, Krisha. And in that case, things can get bad.
Yes, so that's what we will be looking for, closing underneath those regions. Are you going to be looking for the close tomorrow or a combination close with the weekly as well as the monthly below?
Good question. And this is the part of the video where we can talk about where things can go wrong for Bitcoin. So if we do lose that monthly level and the weekly level, especially going into the monthly close, Krisha, then we can start to look for weakness on the mid time frames as well. Because if we go on over to the 4-day, Krisha, we have put in a lower low over here. All right, we have taken out the prior low. If we see the monthly level be claimed by the bears, in that case, I'm going to be on the guard for a lower high over here, right? Yes, we may see a bounce. We definitely see a bounce, but that may just end up being a trap, a liquidity trap, to be able to get more short liquidity, get out of your bullish positions before we see another move towards the downside. And what is this going to look like, guys? This is going to look like a head and shoulders above a massive monthly level that has already been claimed by the bears leading into this zone over here, right? So they would have already claimed the monthly level, but they distribute positions, or rather start accumulating short positions above the monthly level. For those of you in the C program, think about the strategy I illustrated to you guys called trading the wink, but reversed, right? Now you'll be taking short positions using the same strategy, trading the wink. So things could get very interesting, but there's opportunity nonetheless, right? You guys know why we are bullish, and you guys now know on what conditions we will flip cautious to bearish.
Now, this is all we have for you guys for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, do not forget to hit those thumbs up. And well, if you haven't already subscribed and you want to keep up with the latest Bitcoin juice, well, subscribe. And with that, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao.